Welcome back to Ask Zai, where we are learning together while we are growing as one. If you're new to the channel, make sure you subscribe and get ready for more content because I'm going to be posting back to back. This channel right now, we're focused on sterile processing and getting you guys ready for the exam. If you have any questions during the length of this video, make sure you leave it down in the comments and I'll make sure that I'll answer it in my next video. So today the topic is microbiology. You might be wondering, why does a sterile processing technician need to know about microbiology? Well, it is our job to protect the patients from microorganisms. And also, it's best to be informed about this so that you can protect yourself while you're on the job. Microbiology is the study of microorganisms. Microorganisms are organisms that can only be seen with a microscope. Microorganisms can be harmless, but also they can be dangerous. But over 95% of microorganisms are essential and necessary for human existence. So every day in hospitals and different facilities, these surgical instruments and tools will be contaminated with microorganisms. It's the sterile processing technician's job to disinfect and sterilize these tools so that they are safe for patient use. But it's important to protect yourself too. Contamination is the state of being soiled by contact with infectious organisms or other materials. Bacteria are very small organisms and they can be categorized by their shape, color change, and oxygen needs. Suitable environments for bacteria can be broken down into nutritional needs, temperature, moisture, humidity, light, and pH needs. The pH of something is the measure of the alkalinity to acidity on a scale of 0 to 14. Neutral is at 7, greater than 7 is acidic, and less than 7 is alkaline. Pathogenic bacteria are more than likely to thrive where their specific nutritional needs are met. Pathogens are microorganisms that can cause disease. Pathogens cause disease by producing this harmful toxin that interfere with how body systems work. Pathogens can be found on tools used in surgery, so they can lead to healthcare acquired infections. It's very important that you know how to get rid of these pathogens to decrease the amount of infections passed to the patient. It is important to keep patients safe and to decrease the amount of healthcare acquired infections by reducing the amount of pathogens on these tools. Viruses are the smallest kind of microorganism. Viruses enter a living plant or animal cell and reproduces itself within that cell. Viruses cannot move by themselves, so they depend on air, water, humans, insects, and other animals to get them from host to host. There are many different ways that viruses can be transmitted to one another through blood contact, airborne contact. Viruses that are mostly transmitted through airborne or droplet are chickenpox, shingles, measles, influenza, and the common cold. In healthcare, many blood-borne viral pathogens are of significance. These are the human immunodeficiency virus, hepatitis B, and hepatitis C. Hepatitis C is the most prevalent blood-borne virus today. Ebola virus is a viral disease caused by the filovirus species. It's contracted by contact with blood or bodily fluids with an animal or human that already has it. The incubation period of this virus ranges from 2 to 21 days after exposure. Fungi are a large group of plant-like organisms such as mold, mushrooms, and yeast. Several fungus species can cause respiratory issues in humans whenever they inhale them from the spores from dust, bird droppings, soil, or other sources. Some fungi that target the hair, nails, skin, and mucosal surfaces are called superficial fungi. Common examples of these are ringworms, athlete's foot, and thrush. Prions are an infectious protein particle that doesn't trigger an immune response, and it is not destroyed by extreme heat or cold. Creutzfeldt-Jakob disease is a specific kind of prion disease. It's rare that sterile processing technicians will be exposed to instruments with this disease, but it's very important to know how to protect yourself from getting this disease. Also, the operating room and their staff they're supposed to let you know if those instruments have this disease on them. So don't worry, calm down, take a breath. it's rare that you'll contract any kind of disease because the protocols and policies are set in place to protect you. So just make sure you don't take any shortcuts and do your job by the book. Last but not least, microorganisms reproduce themselves by a process called binary fusion. So, once again, microbiology is very important to know about so that you can know exactly how to disinfect the instruments and tools to protect the patients, and also to know how you can protect yourself from being injured or infected with anything. It's very important to also know why certain rules are set in place to disinfect workstations. Everything is set in place to protect you and the patient. If you have any further questions about anything that I discussed in this video, make sure you comment and go ahead and leave a like on the video. And also, if you want to read more in depth on any of the topics that I mentioned, this is also chapter 4 of the HSPA book, 9th edition. So I'll see y'all next time, and make sure y'all share this video with a friend. And thank you for coming to Ask Zai, where we're learning together as we're growing as one.